How you doing? Jay Williams, Waterfowlers for Christ, and author of Committed to the Call, a 365-day Waterfowl Hunter's Devotional. I want to read you something called Hudson and the Fear of God. My Labrador Hudson is a very good dog. He has his moments like any dog, but he is generally a very loving and obedient fellow. He does have an unusual compulsion to find and carry dirty socks around in his mouth, though. Recently, Hudson found one of my socks, and in his typical fashion, he snuck over to the couch and took a quick peek around the room to see if anybody was looking before getting down to business. When his eyes caught mine, his ears dropped immediately. He knew the gig was up. But before I could tell him to drop the sock, my youngest daughter intervened. She reached for the sock, and Hudson raised his head back away from her hand. As she pressed on and told him to drop it, he growled at her. Again his eyes searched for mine, and again his ears dropped when he found them, as did the sock from his mouth. Hudson knows that as the head of the household, I don't put up with that. I called his name and told him that he needed to be nice to my daughter. From past experiences, he knows that punishment can follow rebuke, and he dropped his head and moseyed over to me cautiously and apologetically. Hudson received forgiveness because he acknowledged that he did wrong. He knows I love him, but he also knows that I have rules and expectations for him. His immediate act of repentance saved his butt this time around, and I honestly hope it is an indication that he is really learning and won't need correction in similar situations. It never ceases to amaze me how my dog gives more respect to me, as someone who occasionally punishes him, than someone like my daughter who shows him nothing but love. A friend of mine once asked me, why should I ever fear God? My short answer was, because he tells you to. Proverbs 9:10 tells us in no uncertain terms that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. I know plenty of people who love God tremendously, and yet continue to revisit certain sins. They've lost or never had a healthy fear of God. America, it seems, suffers from the same lack of respect for the living God, and we may very well be on a path to be reminded that a good father disciplines his children in the very near future. Old school fire and brimstone preaching may have soured a lot of already rebellious people, but at least the forefathers gave a full gospel message. Love is indeed the greater portion of the message, but fear is indeed its partner. I'll be completely honest with you, and if you're honest with yourself, you'll agree with me. I need a healthy fear for the capabilities of a disrespected father. A healthy fear of God prevents me and has prevented me from going places that my love for him might not. It will do the same for you too. Hebrews chapter 12, 5 through 13. And have you forgotten the exhortation that addresses you as sons? My son, do not regard lightly the discipline of the Lord, nor be weary when reproved by him. For the Lord disciplines the one he loves, and chastises every son whom he receives. It is for discipline that you have to endure. God is treating you as sons, for what son is there whom his father does not discipline? If you are left without discipline, in which all have participated, then you are illegitimate children and not sons. Besides this, we have had earthly fathers who disciplined us, and we have respected them. Shall we not much more be subject to the Father of spirits and live? For they disciplined us for a short time, as it seemed best to them, but he disciplines us for our good, that we may share in his holiness. For the moment all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant, but later it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it. Therefore, lift your drooping hands and strengthen your weak knees, and make straight paths for your feet, so that what is lame may not be put out of joint, but rather be healed.